You need to hear this if you're a paranormal enthusiast. Ready to dive into the unknown? Join the Tristan channel as we journey through spine-tingling paranormal encounters, unexplained supernatural phenomena, and perhaps some eye-popping UFO sightings. Our world is full of mysteries, and together we'll explore the eerie, the bizarre, and the downright unexplainable. From haunted houses to cryptic creatures, we'll react to the most chilling and baffling compilations. So if you're ready to test your courage and expand your mind, hit that subscribe button and let's unravel the unknown together. Welcome to the adventure. Welcome to the Tristan channel.
Hello, how are you? Hope you're doing well, and welcome to the Tristan channel, or welcome back if you've already subscribed. I hope you're all doing fan-dabby-dozy, as I used to say in the UK. Now, today in this video we'll be reacting, or shall I say going back, visiting and reacting to a channel we visited before and is a good old classic, and that is King Frostmare. And this is the scariest videos of demonic encounters ever encountered. Let's bloody hope so. Anyway, although to be fair, King Frostmare never seems to let us down, regardless of its scare factor. It's still freaky content. So anyway, let's go and hop over to King Frostmare. Let's do this. Oh, I've gone all Ant-Man. Oh yeah, while I'm here, look, can you see here what I've got on the screen? Look, that is the new layout. That seems to be for bloody on YouTube for blooming mobiles. It's a pain in the ass. If I go pause it or play it or whatever, sometimes that's what causes it to. It goes back to the beginning for some reason. It's crap. Why did they change it? Hey.
He opened a door to the unknown.
Oh! My goodness! I'm having a breakdown.
When he decided to experiment with a Ouija board, this could have potentially invited malevolent entities into.
Sorry, I thought I didn't need to do this when I started, but I'm starting to sweat. Fuck's sake. Yes, sir. Fucking hell, man.
To their home. However, this wasn't the first time Jorge captured something unusual on camera. He mentioned
Jorge, do you kiss your mum on that mouth?
that these entities appear to have taken a particular interest in his family, even lurking outside their home during the dead of night.
Oh!
One of the most terrifying incidents occurred just a few nights ago. In the middle of the night, Jorge was abruptly awakened by the sound of his bedroom door slamming shut. Initially, he dismissed it, attributing it to a possible draft, and went back to sleep. However, the next day, curiosity got the better of him, and he decided to review the footage from the baby monitor.
Yeah, I'm not saying it is, but we've only got his word for it. So can that just be like his missus? We'll find out today. Oh, slow it to stabilise a bit. So I'm very careful when I'm pressing the button because it resets the thing. Let me in, let me in. Oh. Oh. Ugh. Oh. Leave the baby alone, you bastard. Oh, it's getting bigger. That's what she said. See that long bit touch the kid? Like was that its arm?
What he discovered sent chills down his spine. The video revealed a loud, ominous banging noise preceding the door slamming shut. Then a shadowy, dark figure slowly crept into view, lurking near the base of the baby's crib, almost as if it was watching the child sleep. The sinister mass even seemed to reach out toward the child, briefly interacting with a stuffed animal, before vanishing into thin air without a trace.
Just where its foot is, you see a little bit of shadow like that.
Whatever has made its way into Jorge's home is undoubtedly something malevolent. The big question now is how Jorge will confront this ominous presence in the days to come.
Oh, man.
Let's turn our attention to Dino Nuggets 741, who, after enduring a harrowing experience with a demonic presence in his old home, finally found a way to move to a new location. Unfortunately, it seems that whatever entity...
So I just wanted to add, that last one though, to be fair, from the sceptical side, we could say, oh, the shadow was added in for editing, and the woman going up the window could have been easy as misses. We don't know, because we only have his word, and we don't know who's accounted for, what's accounted for, etc.
He tormented him before has followed him to his new residence. Dino regularly shares updates about these unsettling encounters on his personal channel. Several of his viewers suggested that he recite a prayer in an effort to cleanse his home of this persistent spirit. Taking their advice to heart, Dino decided to give it a try. However, the events that unfolded during the prayer were nothing short of terrifying as the prayer played.
He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. So, guide me along the paths of righteousness for the sake of your name. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
It's just what I mean, because it's like, I'm not bashing religion, I'm saying that if these entities, if they do exist, especially when it comes to, say, the jinn, say, for example, or anything like that, or I don't think it's a jinn. The jinn don't often bother with humans, apparently. So, but it's like you're using, in the grand calculus of our chronological history, or you could say our world line. Just go check that video out. I did a thing. Right, we have a, you could have for a whole, our civilization has a world line, yeah, and in that world line, Christianity is a young religion compared to all the other things going on the planet prior to that. So it's like these things, you notice these things don't go work. But I am always suspicious of exorcisms, because I think there's nothing in the Bible that's, I think it's the New Testament that makes the devil to be the bad guy. The Old Testament doesn't mention him at all, barely. Apparently he's the Lord of Earth, and he's basically an instructor, someone who tests you to see if you're worthy of God's love, whatever. But he's still an agent of God. He's not actually like this boogeyman. This whole idea where he gets kicked out of heaven, that is actually from Paradise Lost. That's not in the Bible. That's in Paradise Lost. It's a complete. I think they talk about it in Islam. It's actually, basically, you could say it's technically Islam, but for different reasons. The story's slightly different now. It's Islam and Paradise Lost where he gets kicked out, but not in Christianity. But let's just take that story. I always find it funny that it's like, oh, you can drive out the devil, apparently, out of someone through exorcism. Yet, allegedly, this being had the power and the free will to tell his own father, the supreme being, to go himself, yeah? Because according to the story, he only got cast down. He got kicked out of Garden Eden, which is whatever. But he only got kicked down into hell after the battle, after he waged war. But he didn't get smited because he told his old man to sod off. You know what I mean? And you're there going, oh, the power of Christ. It's like, if that was really the devil, then he would technically be sitting there laughing at you as you're trying to put, you know what I mean? I find it odd, and it's also I find it odd that that exorcisms. I mean, it's usually mental health anyway, but mental problems. But it's odd that it drives you towards God, not away from God. And don't you think that, if you were the devil and you're possessing someone, you want to turn them away from God, wouldn't you? So you would treat them better and be like, be on my side. You know what I mean? All sort of stuff. Seduce them to the dark side. You know what I mean? And it's just so funny, isn't it? That, and I've been in an ironic way, not because these things are unpleasant, but it's funny that it pushes them to God, not away from God. It kind of makes me feel like there's a twist to the story. Like, it kind of reminds me of the film Legion, where it's like the people not being possessed by devils, they're being possessed by angels. Because, like I said, if you're the bad guy, this so-called intelligent being, he's not stupid. He's like, why would I punish you if I make you hate me? If I possess your body and make you hate me and despise me, that's only going to push you towards the opposite side, isn't it? Odd, that, isn't it? And it's also, if you look at it from a different angle and look at it from like, wasn't it odd this and that, then you'll see what I mean. You know what I mean? Just taking that logic I'm using so far and apply it, you'll see what I mean. You'll be like, hang on a second, that doesn't make sense. Because if you could tell an old man to fuck off, excuse my language, then it's like, what's a pissy little priest going to do? You know what I mean? And like I said, those who survive or those who don't survive, the ones who don't survive become martyrs. But it just seems to strengthen the religion. So it's like, why would you do that? You're helping out the opposite side. It's like the end of days devil would be more accurate, like the Schwarzenegger film, where he tries to don't go dark on me, where he tries to win you over. But yeah, so with these prayers, like praying in the house, it's like, yeah, but they forget, and it's like that film Haunted, so-called true story Haunted, where they tried cleansing the house, exorcism, and nothing would work for God knows how long. And it's like, yeah, but just bear in mind, if said entities in a way existed, they're a lot older than Christianity, and I think the ones that do get driven out, if they exist, whether it be a negative spirit, are basically negative spirits who tell you they're demons because they feed off fear. Or it's the language as well, because people seem to think that if I said to you demonic, you think I mean demon. People take words too literal these days, or use them too literal, because demonic could be used for monstrous. Oh, that guy, he hurt that person in such a demonic way. Yeah? Say the same as satanic. It doesn't literally mean someone did it in the name of Satanism or Satan. It's just a horrible thing. You know what I mean? A bastardization of words. So these spirits that seem to be cleansed or exorcised, I reckon they're just negative spirits or negative beings who just tell you that they're demons because they know you're religious, especially in America. If you lot are religious over there, which is nothing wrong with that, if I want to scare you, I'm going to tap into your fear by saying I'm a demon or something. You know what I mean? And that will put up the energy and I can sap off your fear. Or it could be an entity, let's go a bit sci-fi, it could be an entity that just feeds off fear, so therefore it will go from planet to planet or just lives on this planet, and it will just take something that's buried in your brain, the fear. So if you're a Christian, you fear demons, so it will take that and project it. You know what I mean? All kinds of levels of this. Oh, you're pissed off now, mate.
The work of everyone in this home, so that it may be fruitful, productive, and bring great joy to this family. In the name of Jesus, I declare.
There's a shadow over there as well. Where that
Loud and aggressive knocks began to echo from upstairs, each one more forceful than the last. These relentless bangs were soon accompanied by the sound of a door slamming shut. Then, without any warning, the glass face of a clock suddenly shattered, sending shards falling to the floor. Moments later, a large shadowy figure appeared in the doorway at the end
Yeah, I
of
can
the
see the
hall.
shadow, but the clock has
This ominous black silhouette stood menacingly in the doorway, staring down the hall towards the TV. In an instant, the TV switched off, as if controlled by the entity. The figure then slowly retreated back into the room, vanishing from view. Later, Dino recorded an update to show the damage caused during this spine-chilling encounter.
This is my house. Lights, pretty normal. So, in that video, you'll hear two things break. This is my awesome stepson. I try not to have glass in the house for this very reason, but it
Get perspex,
broke.
not perspex.
Among the
plastic.
destruction was a framed photo of his stepson and the shattered clock, leaving no doubt that this entity is not only malevolent, but also capable of causing significant harm.
Clock.
Is it perspex? I'm trying to
You guys
Is
have
that
probably seen in
hard
a
plastic?
number of my videos outside of here. Notice there's no damage. Just one thing wrong. It's missing the glass. It exploded, and you can literally barely touch this
Careful, you
thing,
don't cut yourself, mate.
and it goes out. So let's
Beautiful clock, though, isn't it?
take it over here.
According to Dino, he has been haunted by this dark presence for the past 10 years. No matter how many times he relocates or what methods he employs, nothing seems to rid him of this relentless spirit.
See, that's the thing as well. The only answer I could say to the methods of getting rid of something like that is explore all avenues. Buy grimoires on black magic, which are so overrated. It's like believe it or not, it's like Anton LaVey said, the founder of Satanism, the Church of Satan. It's they're so overrated because it's not like it is in the horror films whatsoever. Because I mean, there's no such thing as white magic or black magic anyway. It's stupid. Because believe it or not, even if like I said one video, if you were to do like a luck spell, just by some chance it worked, right? The problem is someone somewhere else in the universe or the planet would get bad luck, an equal measure of bad luck, because the universe has to balance out its quantum entanglement. That's why, ironically, if any of you win the lottery, ironically, it's like you can find a loophole, and that is if you get lucky, then share your luck with people. If that makes sense, right? Yeah, I forgot where I was going with that. But, oh yeah, so it was like, because in a lot of these books, they're literally like medieval rip-offs of the Key of Solomon. You're using the names of God and the influence of God and the angels to control and bargain with demons, or to control demons or negative spirits. And like Anton LaVey said, if that was surely, if all these black grimoires were evil, then surely you wouldn't. And why would you stand in a pentagram? Because it's a protection circle. You know what I mean? If you're making a deal, you want these beings, you want that evil to enter you, want to feel their power, make a bargain with them. Then it's like, well, you don't. Why would you call upon God? Hence why the Church of Satan, they scrap all that. I mean, a lot of it's theatrics and bravado because they don't believe in literal Satan. But what I'm saying, if you look at their rituals, that would be more realistically what you would expect in a black magic book, rather than what you think there is in these books that they say, oh, they're dangerous. Well, they're not really dangerous. I'm not saying you should piss about them, because but you know what I mean, it's but yeah, like I was saying, there's loads of avenues you can probably explore with that, or if you can't if nothing else works, do the unthinkable. Just try and bargain with it, and come up with a plan or something. You know what I mean? If you can't shift it, try to learn with it. Can't make a compromise. You know what I mean? It's like two squabbling family members or something. You know what I mean?
Celeste Castro recently shared a chilling experience she captured while home alone in the early hours of the morning. Shortly after midnight, she began hearing strange noises coming from her living room, and what she encountered next left her terrified.
No. No mames, no sé qué hacer ya, no sé qué hacer. O sea, literal se escuchó donde abrieron una puerta. No mames, no mames.
No way,
Eso
no
no
way.
estaba tirado ahorita.
I learned a while ago that no mummies means no way. But it sounds like no mummies, no mummies.
Mames, güey, no mames, está abierta la puta puerta.
Oh my god.
Voy a cerrar la puerta. No hay nadie, o sea, no hay nadie. No hay
It's going to get a
nadie.
draft though. It's got holes through the gate. Through the door, sorry.
Voy a
Through
cerrar la
doors.
puerta y le voy a poner seguro porque la neta.
See, the horrible thing about that as well, before you think it's paranormal, you're going to think that there's going to be an intruder or some weirdo bastards broke into your house, aren't you? Oh, how unsettling that is, that, isn't it? Because I'm not sure if some places they still lock their doors or not. In the UK, we lock our doors, which is ironic considering, I don't know, the different attitudes or the different ways that people do crime in the country and stuff. I don't know. Actually, I'll probably have to Google that because I know the reason, but I've forgotten it because it's like we're talking about way back when I used to watch the old Victorian programs and the old bobbies and stuff like that, the old police on the beat and stuff like that. But yeah, but there's a different mindset because there's some places in America they don't lock their doors, although you should lock your door these days, regardless of crime rates and stuff like that. Because some of the videos are active, you get these weirdo bastards who try and get into your house.
Se supone, no hay nadie, literal, no hay nadie, plebes. O sea, no sé.
Oh, she sees
no
a
sé
shadow
qué voy a
bastard come out of
hacer.
the dark.
El
Oh
celular
god,
este
oh
trabajo
god.
aquí.
I think I've seen this.
A ver si.
I think I've seen this. This is
capta
horrible.
Algo, porque la neta ya me harté.
Oh, I've got chicken all over my...
de que-
I've got chicken in areas you
de
don't
que
want me to
esté
show you.
pasando cosas y no sepa qué es. La voy a dejar
So
grabando
keep your eye on those fridges or the cupboard to the
y
left.
me voy a ir al cuarto. Me da mucho miedo, please, me da mucho miedo.
Oh, come on,
ver
show us.
lo que hay. No mames. Se escuchó como que algo así despacito. Y vamos a ver.
They better show us a clip. It's in a previous video that I reacted to. It's got skipping. Oh, here we go.
16 minutos. Yo quiero saber lo que realmente pasó.
Oh, wait for it.
No se ve nada. Creo que
Don't speak too soon, love.
como por ahí. No mames, no mames, no mames.
Wait for it.
No mames, no mames. No mames, güey, no mames. ¿Qué
Oh, got shivers up my back.
vergas es eso? ¿Qué vergas es eso? Me está dando miedo. Te lo juro que estoy temblando.
Oh, come on.
No mames. No mames.
As she cautiously investigated, Celeste was startled when she saw something briefly peek out from behind her kitchen refrigerator That was enough to send her running out of the
Oh,
house in
look at
fear.
you, shadow
She
bastard.
decided to spend the rest of the night at her cousin's place.
Oh, look at that.
To this day, Celeste admits
Gone
that
full
she has no
bullfrog.
idea what she recorded on her phone.
I've gone like a toad. I've gone full bullfrog. Look at that. You could paint my body at a carnival and I look like Frogman. Jesus Christ. Whew. Isn't it? So I was just talking to haunted dolls.
That night. Interestingly, she also notes that nothing unusual or out of the ordinary has occurred in her home since that incident. Whether this experience was a one-time event or a prelude to something more, only time will tell. We'll have to wait and see if Celeste provides any further updates on her unsettling encounter.
Oh.
Homesteading Off the Grid recently shared a chilling discovery from their trail camera. The footage captured something truly unsettling near their lodge.
Look at you. What the fuck is that? He's doing the Michael
An
Jackson
eerie
Thriller.
figure that appears to be crawling on its knees, staring intently at their home. The sight of this mysterious being has left the entire family deeply disturbed and on edge. The figure's appearance is terrifying, and the fact that it was wandering alone through the forest in the middle of the night makes the situation even more alarming. The family is baffled and has no explanation for what this creature might be or why it was lurking around their property. The true nature of what was caught on camera remains a mystery, leaving everyone with more
Look at that
questions than
face, man. Look at that
answers.
face. He's got maximum slaphead going. Looks like he's got a forehead of a Klingon, but flat going. Maximum slaphead.
This unsettling encounter was shared by Foul Mittens, who revealed that he noticed something creepy following him home from the woods late one night. Filled with fear and uncertainty, he had no idea what this mysterious presence could be. This is where he began recording the video, hoping to capture evidence of the eerie experience.
Two glowing eyes, flashing in the dark, looking back at me. Sorry, trying to think of something to rhyme. Ugh.
Whether the entity eventually vanished or continued to follow him remains unclear. However, one thing is certain, this situation would have terrified most of us just as much. The unknown can be deeply unsettling, and this encounter is no exception.
Haunted hotel.
Jenna Snow works at the Continental Inn in Edmonton, Alberta, a hotel that sits ominously across from a cemetery containing a huge amount of graves. Given its eerie location, it's no surprise that the hotel has developed a strong reputation for paranormal activity. One early morning, Jenna was manning the front desk when she and her co-worker Tim noticed something unusual on the security feed.
Oh, and it says they hang out well around graveyards. And you know the story on that, right? When Mike hired those two native spiritual people to come here and do their stuff, he said it's not the hotel that's haunted, it's the graveyard.
Oh.
So this service road here where Danny and I used to park, that's the old Stony Plain Road. Do you really think they, when they dug up all the bodies here, that was a good one, moved them over to the graveyard?
I don't know, mate. It
They
would
dug
surprise
up
me.
bodies and what?
See?
Yeah.
All the cases, because some are cheeky, and I'm sure you've probably heard about it. And if you live in America, I'm pretty sure you've heard about it many a time, and it wouldn't surprise any of us. I reckon. Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't they sometimes cheat? For example, it works out cheaper or easier for them just to move the stones but not the graves. So they tell you they moved the grave, but then they've actually built on top of them. I'm not saying all companies are, shady, but I'm sure it's happened. It's happened many a times. Well, my guess, actually, I think there's a few videos where it said that. In certain places, yeah. Do you think that's what they've done, though, in this case?
saw it.
To their astonishment, a faint, ghostly figure seemed to drift through the lobby before settling into a chair, only to vanish moments later.
Hey, Noel. What's up?
Oh yeah, I see it again.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's try and sit in the chair. Sometimes he'll stay there for a minute.
He is. How do you know this?
Well, because Danny and I caught him earlier when Danny was in the games room locking up. I freaked the because I saw it. And then I tried to do a video review to record it, and it wouldn't let me.
Why is it still there?
Well, because if you read about it, they get caught in a vortex.
Into a chair, only to vanish moments later. Tim, who has worked at the inn for quite some time, wasn't entirely shocked by the sight. He claimed to have seen this mysterious figure multiple times before and speculated that it might be a spirit that wandered over from the nearby cemetery. While Tim's theory is intriguing, the true identity of this spectral visitor remains unknown, leaving both employees and guests to wonder what else might be lurking within the hotel's walls.
You actually see it turn and sit down, can't you? Ugh. Poltergeist.
A few weeks back, we delved into the chilling experiences of Rosanna, a woman whose TikTok account is filled with footage of the unsettling poltergeist activity plaguing her apartment. In an attempt to find some peace, Rosanna left her apartment for 2 weeks, hoping that time away might calm whatever was haunting her.
Look at that, just flapping around. Ooh. They're messy bastards, ain't they? Oh, fuck off. Look at that freaky doll's head. That looks like a face from here, doesn't it? It's really horrible. It's like a statue on the left there. It looks like a face from here, doesn't it? Fucking hell. Oh, here we go. Oh. Oh. Thing is, the bit where it gets beyond belief is the bit where she gets choked out. And the funny thing is, as well, I'm not saying this is true of all of it, but I'm very dubious about anything that's on TikTok, like ghost stuff, because there's trends where people will copy other ghost videos to be like a trend. So I don't really trust ghost videos on TikTok, you know what I mean?
But the moment she returned, things escalated terrifyingly.
Oh, fuck off, mate. I mean, she's faking it. She's really good at doing it, but I mean, I'd get the fuck out of there. Oh man.
Shortly after coming back, Rosanna heard a voice, seemingly out of nowhere, calling to her from her daughter's room. As she cautiously approached, the door swung open on its own, as if something unseen was urging her to enter. Once inside, the situation grew even more bizarre. Her boombox suddenly started playing, and the drawers began opening and closing with force. Panicked, Rosanna rushed to turn off the boombox, only to find it was completely
she does seem
powerless, with no
genuinely
batteries
terrified, doesn't
inside.
she?
As she backed out of the room, the drawers continued to slam open and shut, and the eerie voice returned, repeatedly calling out, "Mom." Is Rosanna dealing with a malevolent spirit, or is the...
Let me know what you think in the comments below. But like I said, you know what I mean? You can understand where I'm coming from, can't you? It was a TikTok thing.
There's something even darker at work in her home. The strange and frightening events she has captured suggest this haunting is far from over.
The creeper. Meet the creeper.
This unsettling footage was recorded by a woman named Katie while she was staying at a lodge. During her stay, she noticed a man standing directly outside her room, just inches from her window.
Get a job.
The sight of him, motionless and staring intently into her room, filled her with intense fear. Feeling threatened and unsure of his intentions, Katie decided to document. The footage captures the chilling moment as the man remains eerily still, peering through the window. Katie promptly notified the police about the intruder, but the situation left her deeply shaken. If you found yourself in a similar situation, how would you react? What steps would you take to ensure your safety?
Thing is, to be fair, I'd never get them. I'd never be reckless with them because I don't want them confiscated. But I have some equipment I I have equipment from when I used to do martial arts and stuff. But I've also got this Scariest, like for battle reenactment. Do you know what I'll do? I'll get a red towel because he looks Romany, right? Get completely naked, oiled up, put a towel on. Charge out with the Gladius going, "Come on then, if you think get hard enough." And you know, act like a complete psycho. No, I won't. But you know, they might enjoy that.
Let's revisit the unsettling case of Tony, who has been grappling with a persistent dark presence in his home for several years. This haunting has reached terrifying...
Oh, for fuck's sake, I can't get my legs out. I feel a bit cold. I won't put the other one on. I'll put my wizard's cloak on. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'll put my wizard's cloak on. It's not too thick. But yeah, this guy, poor bugger, he can... I was mentioning him in another video. I was talking about people who said they didn't get any sleep from these other videos. And this poor sod, you can see from the dark shadows in his eyes that he hasn't had much sleep, bless him. I won't bother tying it up.
Peaks. Disembodied footsteps echo through his house. Ghostly figures have been spotted, and on one frightening occasion, Tony narrowly avoided being hit by knives that seemed to be hurled through the air. Tony suspected that the entity haunting his home might be that of a child. To test his theory, he placed a ball in front of a security camera, hoping to capture any interaction with the object. The footage he collected was as disturbing as it was inconclusive. After trying every possible method to address the disturbances, the activity in Tony's home eventually subsided. However, just as things seemed to be returning to normal, subtle signs suggested that the entity might have returned.
Making the video showing you guys that this lamp behind me is moving, and I did 2 videos because it kept moving and kept moving and kept moving, and I was getting ready to shut it off because I was kind of tired of watching it move. And as soon as I went to hit the phone and turn it off, the light came on. I kid you not, I gotta look and see if I caught it. But the freaking light came on, this light right here, and it's still moving.
And you can tell by looking at that guy, he's had no sleep. See, I've never had eyes that bad, but that's how close I had once. Used to have eyes, because I'm an insomniac, you see.
It's still going. It's been moving for a while. There's no strings on the wall, that's just the chain. And I'm not touching it.
One peculiar event involved a light fixture swinging back and forth on its own, despite no visible strings or external forces causing the motion. Tony filmed the lamp from every angle to demonstrate that there were no strings attached and that he was not manipulating it himself. The unsettling behavior of the lamp was just the beginning. In the days that followed, Tony heard what he believed were voices coming from inside the house.
See, it's a little after 3 o'clock, and I'm hearing kids outside playing. If you listen
Now this
close,
bit
you can hear
I
them.
think I've seen in the video.
But I've been hearing.
Oh god, this
what
gets
sounds
creepy.
like a kid
This gets
in
fucking
the
creepy, man.
house. I know it's probably just an echo from them. Over here, see, I can hear those kids out there. These are some masks my friend got me from Argentina. See, I can hear those kids. Let me move in here. See, you can hear them a little better. They're over behind my backyard. Let me move into the kitchen here. And you can see, you can hear them out there pretty good. Somebody mowing their yard. See, that sounded like that was in here. I swear it sounds like it's coming from in here.
Hiya. Oh.
There's nothing in the bathroom. I was just in here, so I know it's nothing in here. I swear it came down like right down there. It sounded like it came from one of the back rooms or like in the hallway or something. That was weird. What is that?
Oh, yes, indeed we do.
I swear it sounded like it was in the house.
Imagine that if that's your house.
As he cautiously searched from room to room, he was startled by a disembodied
See you
voice in
soon.
the kitchen. The clarity of the voice and its eerie tone left Tony shaken and speechless.
Ugh. Oh.
Given the
All right.
undeniable evidence of this voice coming from within the house, Tony is left with more questions than answers. How will he handle these
Oh, hello.
renewed disturbances?
Back again.
Only time will tell how he will confront this persistent and unsettling presence.
Oh. Oh. The diner.
Now let's dive into the experiences of Dustin Lee Frazier again, who works the night shift at a hotel
God,
and
this
diner
guy.
nestled in the Appalachian Mountains. Over the
freaky, man,
years,
freaky.
Dustin has had several unsettling encounters with what he believes to be supernatural entities. As the last person left to lock up each night,
Oh,
he
right.
often finds himself alone when these eerie occurrences happen. Late into his shifts, Dustin frequently hears ghostly voices, seemingly trying to get his attention. To document these strange events, he has made it a habit to record on his phone whenever he senses a presence. One particularly unsettling video was captured in the storage room, and the footage has left him struggling to explain what he recorded.
I think I've seen this in the video. It's like, because I was saying to you, what was it?
It's freezing in here.
Why don't you turn the lights on?
Okay.
Oh. Oh, God. It's like this. Oh. Oh. See, why is he in the dark? Oh.
Okay, maybe one of these. I don't know. I don't work in housekeeping, so I don't know. Okay. What else?
What are you looking for, mate?
Oh, pillowcases. Oh, I probably shouldn't have. Oh, okay. Whoops. Wait, no, those are wrong. That's not
Oh.
pillows.
You shouldn't be in here. Oh.
I'm not entirely sure.
He's not hearing it.
Upon entering the storage room, Dustin immediately noticed a significant drop in temperature.
No shit. Oh, look at you.
Disembodied voices seemed to respond with whispers. Unfazed, he continued his task of gathering bed sheets. However, when he turned the camera toward himself, a chilling voice was captured on tape saying, "Behind you."
Oh.
The tone of the voice was far from friendly, adding to the overall unsettling atmosphere of his workplace. With such eerie occurrences becoming a regular part of his job, Dustin's workplace has
That's why I
become
turned
one
light
of the
on if I was
most
interested.
mysterious and unnerving environments imaginable. What could be causing these disturbances, and how will he cope with them? The mystery remains as he continues to face these ghostly encounters.
Mind you, it could be light. It's just a really low crap light.
Now we look at the current updates of Alex Calvo. The man is living in the home of his late grandparents, who, according to him, seem to be haunting the premises ever so
It's built
often.
in a graveyard, as Casper's like to say. Oh, is that a face on his top? Yes, Llantos. Oh, peekaboo. Not you, but that. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh.
Is there somebody
This is
in
Nan.
the laundry room right now?
If that is his Nan, she's acting creepy.
In a lengthy video diary, Alex believes to have uncovered the reason for all these creepy events. He found a box with several items that are believed to belong to either his grandparents or distant members of the family from the 1800s. Alex states that his family seemed to be involved with ridding the world from evil entities, hence the reason for the strange assortment of stuff he uncovered. Then one night, Alex heard some strange noises originating from his home and was about to capture one of the scariest events to date.
Again, hearing sounds up here, like somebody's moving around. This stuff's been happening, but as soon as I pull my phone out, everything stops. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh.
That thing vanished, and my camera stopped recording immediately. At the same time,
Yeah,
it's gone.
Oh.
Alex captured a creepy-looking figure seemingly turning away from the camera and then, based on his reports, just vanishing. Unfortunately, his camera stopped recording the second he saw this thing, which is pretty unfortunate to say the least. It looks like an old man with a dark coat on with no hair, and the facial features are really hard to make out. He believes that this is one of the creatures living in a different dimension that's still roaming through the house of his grandparents. Could this be?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Nosferatu turned to like that. Oh my word. But why would they be acting freaky randomly if it's his grandparents? Surely we're reassured.
The following is the case of Cassandra Joy, who seems to be dealing with some really creepy activity in her home. The whole family had been freaked out as of late, and she tells us that it had been increasingly difficult for them to fall asleep at night. It all started with a strange encounter that the young woman had shared on her profile. The family heard a loud rattling noise stemming from outside, which was the reason enough for them to grab their phone and start recording.
It's always 3 AM or 3:30, isn't it? Yeah, but wind, less because it's really strong wind. It wouldn't do that, I mean. Because the trees are not doing that, I mean. You're looking at that sort of wind, aren't you? When you see trees do that, that's that sort of wind that make it do that. Not a blooming breeze, though. That's like someone's grabbed hold of it and gone... Oh, hello.
We can clearly see how the gate to their property is moving back and forth, as if it was being moved by a person. Given the fact that it was not windy at all, made this incident even more unsettling. The most scary part of this night, however, unfolded once Cassandra noticed something to the right of the fence.
A figure. Two glowing red lights. Eyeballs. Oh, look at you. There's two of them. Martha, get the shotgun. Oh. Where's Dean Winchester when you need him?
A tall figure is standing on the other side of the steel fence, and it's quite hard to make out any facial features at all. Many comments say that this figure has pretty pale, almost ghoulish-looking skin. The woman decides to grab a better flashlight, and when she returns, the person or ghost had disappeared. Pretty frightening, wouldn't you say? Only a few days after that, their doorbell camera captured another really strange incident. We can see a strange ball of light in the sky. It is making a few loops and then vanishing into thin air. Then the security system can be heard as it is kicking in, causing the family to wake and to go check immediately. They believe this to be a connected incident, but have no idea who or what exactly could have caused all of this.
Ooh, oh God, look at that, man. Imagine seeing that in the attic. Well then, that was King Frostmare. Ooh, they were good, weren't they? Some of them we've seen before. Some of them it's nice to have a continuation of. You know, we know some of the stories we knew the people involved, but we didn't see the continue. So on some of those, it was quite really good. And it's also good to visit some of the old ones, especially ones that really get the chicken going, or in my case, it's fucking, you know, gets to extreme with the bullfrog. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know which bit shivers down your spine, and let me know what would you do in those situations. Obviously, if you put a time index to the bit you mean as well. But anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching these with me. Thanks again to the current subscribers and to the ones who've just joined recently. And if you hit the subscribe now, 1, it doesn't cost you anything, and 2, it'd be great to have you with us anyway. So anyway, with that, take care. Bye-bye. And sleep tight.